Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yoga at Bon Air Christian Church. I'm so happy to have you do yoga with us today. So today's practice is going to be a yin yoga practice focusing on the hips and legs. So we'll spend a lot of time on the mat, on our backs, but also doing some stretches with the legs. The theme for today comes from Mark 8:29, where Jesus poses the question to his disciples, "Who do you say that I am?" And then he declares who he is throughout the New Testament. So in these declarations or statements of who Jesus says he is, we might switch the I am as we're contemplating in our poses. We might switch the I am phrase to you are, so that we can think of Jesus in that light, in using his own statements. So to begin practice today, find a comfortable seat. If you have blocks, it would be really great. You might need them. If you don't have them, it's okay. So find a comfortable seat. I'm seated on a blanket. If that helps you to elevate your hips, go ahead and do that. Sitting nice and tall, the base of the spine reaching for the earth, the crown of the head reaching for the sky. Bring palms together at heart center. Just take some grounding breaths, finding stillness here. Breathing in and out through the nose at your own pace. With eyes closed or soft gaze at your fingers, we will begin practice with one chant of Om. Inhaling to chant, inhale. Om. Opening up the hands, placing hands on the knees, palms facing upward. Bring your index finger and your thumb together in Jnana Mudra, Wisdom Mudra. And take a few breaths here. And before we begin our practice today, remember that any pinching, burning, pain, or extreme discomfort that you might feel is your body telling you to back off. So just take your time here to get into an awareness of your own body as we go through our practice today. Focusing our hearts and minds on health and well-being. And contemplating Jesus's question, "Who do you say that I am?" with his own answers. So opening your eyes with a soft gaze, inhale, arms high. Exhale, bring the back down, creating a sun and an aura around your body. Inhale high. Exhale, arms come down by the side. One last inhale. And exhale, arms come down to the side. Bring your palms back to your knees, palms facing upward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Just take a few breaths here to allow gravity to stretch your neck and open up the side. Knit your belly button to your spine, staying tall in the spine. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, right ear lowers down towards the right shoulder. Allowing gravity to assist you. Inhale, slowly bring your head back to center. Exhale, begin to slowly look over your left shoulder, keeping your spine nice and tall. The left arm comes out to the side, base of the hand, comes between the cheekbone and the jawbone, pressing face to hand, hand to face. 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, release your hand. Inhale with your head in the same position. As you exhale, look a little bit farther over your left shoulder. Slowly inhale your head back to center. Take the time that you need. It may be more than 1 breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn your right face or your face over towards the right side, as if you're looking over your right shoulder. Right arm comes out, base of the palm comes to rest between cheek and jawbone, pressing equally from hand to face and face to hand. Being mindful of your tall spine, belly button knitted to your spine. If you feel yourself falling forward, correct yourself. And press equal pressure. Last breath here. Release your right hand. Keep your head where it is. Inhale. Exhale. Begin looking over your right shoulder a little bit farther. 1 breath here. Slowly come back to center on your next inhale. And if you need more than 1 breath to get there, that's fine. Take your time. Coming into a slight twist, inhale, arms high. Exhale, left arm comes behind you, right arm comes to the back of the knee. Inhale, center, begin twisting at your belly button, your ribs, chest, shoulders, neck, head, eyes. 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly untwist with arms rising. Exhale, right arm comes down behind you, left arm comes to the knee. Slowly begin your twist, belly button, ribs, chest, shoulders, head, neck, eyes. One more deep breath here. Inhale, raise your arms as you come back to center. Lower your left arm down to your mat. Maybe you're on your fingertips or flat palm. Lift your right arm up high and over your head and push into your mat with your left hand. 1 breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Let's go over to the opposite side. Inhale, let's come back to center. Lower both hands down to your knees, eyes closed or soft gaze, and just feel the sensations you've created in your body. So open your eyes, place your palms behind you. We're coming down to lie down on our mat. So you can rock backwards and place your legs in front of you and scoot to the side of your mat. If you were seated on a blanket, you can move that. You might want to have your blocks handy So we're going to go down on our mat. Now, if you have strong abs, you can use your hands to lower yourself down, get on your elbows, and slowly find your way down to your mat. If you're not maybe as strong, or maybe you're older and just like to go down this way like me, you turn on your side, walk your hands down, and allow yourself to roll over onto your back. So this is always a safe way. So we can be on our back flat, or if you want elevation, you can go into a supported fish pose. So if you do have blocks, you want your blocks to be resting between your shoulder blades. So you have to set them up and then maybe move them around a little bit. We'll be here for 3 minutes. You can stretch your legs out, or if you like, bring your knees together, feet together, allow your knees to fall open, bring the palms of your feet to touch. If this is too much for you, keep your knees bent or straighten them out. If you are not in supported fish pose, but lying flat on your back, and you find it challenging for your legs to be in a butterfly position, which is where I would like them to be if you can make it, then you use blocks underneath your knees to help support. So if that's too much of a stretch for you and too intense, it's really great to have blocks to help you. So this is our first yin asana. So maybe roll the shoulders underneath, maybe roll your hips, find a comfortable position. Palms facing up, receiving. And Jesus asked the question, "Who do you think I am?" to his disciples. And he said, "I am the light of the world." So while in this asana, breathing in and out through the nose, maybe we can change the "I am" to "you are" and reflect on that statement. And we're here for 3 minutes. You are the light of the world. Allowing your breath to slow down, breathing in and out through the nose, releasing stress and tension, relaxing the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the low back, the hips, the legs, the feet. Taking comfort in Jesus's words. You are the light of the world. Breathing in and out through the nose, finding rest and stillness and comfort. preparing to come out of the pose, if you are on your back on the mat, slowly push your feet into one another if you were in supported butterfly. Lift your knees together as you push into your feet. And maybe just straighten out your legs and reach up and over your head in opposite directions. If you are on your blocks in supported fish, as you come out of the pose, your elbows will be at your side. Plant your palms. Tuck your chin. Bend the knees if you'd like. I like mine straight. Tuck your chin and let your arms help you to rise as you push into the mat and seating nice and tall. So if you're still on your mat, roll over on your side, push yourself up. We're coming to a seated position. We're coming into half butterfly. So half butterfly, you're going to stretch out your left leg to the side, and your right sole of your foot will come somewhere near your left leg. So depending on how flexible you are, you may or may not be able to get it right up against your leg. You might want to have a blanket handy. You can sit your hip up on the blanket if you find that to be helpful. So try a few things before we get started. You need to be comfortable, or at least somewhat comfortable, before we begin going into the pose, because when you find that sensation of a 4, you don't want to be distracted by discomfort due to the fact that you've not prepared yourself well. So I also like to have blocks handy because I lean on them. So if you have a block, that would be great. So sitting nice and tall. Inhale, center. As you exhale, you're going to bring your left arm out and slide it down your left leg as far as you would like. So now you're in a nice side bend. If you want to reach your other arm up and over just to get a feel of that bend, you can. And then take that right arm behind you. If that's too much for you, you can put your right arm somewhere else. So get as far as you would like, and then allow yourself to bend and just drop your head. Now the block comes in handy if you just don't want to maybe continue to fall over to the side. So you can still get a nice stretch with your hand behind you, leaning on the block or resting on the block. And it's okay to lean a little bit forward this way as long as both hips are touching something. So both sit bones need to be touching. Or just close your eyes and breathe in and out through your nose. And Jesus said, I am the bread of life. And what do his words mean to you? Maybe in our silence, we say to ourselves in our minds, you are the bread of life. Or we speak those words, acknowledging how Christ defined himself. And while here, breathe in and out through your nose. Allow yourself to give in to the weight of gravity. If you need to change the height on your block, or maybe move a little bit backwards or maybe forwards to find more of a stretch, that's okay. You are the light of the world. You are the bread of life. Preparing to come out of this pose, we want to come out very slowly. So take your left hand and push into your leg as you slowly allow yourself to rise. If your right arm was behind you, bring that to your knee or in front of you and allow yourself time to come back to a tall seat. And take a moment here just to feel the sensation and the difference from one side to the other. So placing your left arm and right arm behind you, palms to the floor, maybe bring your legs to the center and windshield wash just a little bit before going to the other side. If it feels good to stretch your legs out, you can do that too. Maybe make circles with your ankles one way then the other. Whatever feels good and gives you just a little bit of a rebound. So going over to the other side, stretching out your right leg. Bring your left sole of your foot in towards your thigh. Bring it as far as you would like. If you need to sit on the blanket for both hips to be on your mat, or at least have something touching them, find your blanket. Have your block nearby. I forgot to mention that sometimes the knees are very sensitive, and if you can't stretch your legs straight out, it's really helpful to have a blanket under your knee. So if you're very tender, you can use a blanket, or you can even use a block if you have it. So sitting nice and tall, inhale center. Exhale, slowly allow your right arm to go down your right leg. Maybe reach up and over with your left arm. And then bring that left arm behind you. If you want to rest your arm on your block, you can do that. So find where you'll get the best stretch to your side. And likewise, your hamstring will be stretched. Keeping that shoulder rolled back and away from the ears. Who do you say that I am? I am the good shepherd. I am the good shepherd. Sometimes we just are unable to allow ourselves to find the stillness that we need to contemplate scripture and what it means in our daily lives. You are the light of the world. You are the bread of life. You are the good shepherd. Relaxing your legs, your neck, your shoulder. Breathing in and out through the nose. Finding stillness and space and beauty within. Allow yourself to let go of what you don't need. Preparing to come out of the pose. Allow yourself to come out slowly, bringing your right arm over your right leg, pressing with the palm into the leg as you catwalk your way back to seated, unwrapping that left arm, bringing it forward, sitting nice and tall, feeling the sensation on the left side of your body. With eyes closed, awareness within. Bringing your hands behind you one more time, we'll find that windshield wash. Or stretch your legs out. We're going into full straddle with a forward fold. So again, if you have trouble with your knees, you might consider putting a blanket under your knees or a block under your knees. I use my blocks to lean on. So when you're ready, both hips should be on your mat and you should be leaning just a little bit forward. So if you find yourself leaning backwards, close your legs a little bit so you've gone too far. So you want to be able to sit so that both sitting bones are on the mat. If it's still too challenging, then it's time to sit on a blanket, maybe even a bolster. So everyone's body is different and in a different place, so find what works for you. So coming to center, if you are not using a block, that's okay. Plant both palms in front of you on your mat and slowly begin walking your way down towards the floor or your mat. If you're super stretchy, you might be able to put your elbows on the floor and then slowly lower your head. I like to be up on a block, certainly when I first start out. And sometimes I lower a little bit more once I've stretched some. Relaxing the feet, relaxing the knees. Allow your head to slowly fall forward. This is a forward bend. Forward fold. And Jesus said, I am the door of the sheep. The door of the sheep. And see, while here, breathing in and out through the nose, you can allow more tension to release, bringing energy, nourishment, strength to every cell of the body, creating space for goodness, for joy, for energy, as you let go of what you don't need. You are the door of the sheep. Preparing to come out of this pose, plant your palms on the floor or mat in front of you. Slowly walk backwards with your hands, coming to a tall seat. Stay here for a moment, shoulders back and down, rolled away from the ears, and feel the sensation. With every breath, every inhale, bringing light and life throughout the body. Maybe wiggle your legs a little bit before bringing them in, maybe jump them up and down, and then slowly moving back on your hands, allow your legs to come in. You can scoot them, you can bend them, whatever works for you. Flex the feet, point the feet, circle your ankles, move your legs up and down. Moving back into a reclined position. Bring your legs to one side, roll down on your side, and roll over onto your back. If you have a block handy, you can use it, but you don't need one. This is a rebound pose. So roll your shoulders underneath you. Maybe get your hips a little bit high. We're going to go into bridge. So bring your feet hip distance apart, as close to your glutes as you would like to. And if you want to make it really active, you can put a block in between your knees. We're just going to do 2 rounds of a count of 4, maybe 6. So inhale, center. Exhale, push into your feet, your heels, and rise up into your bridge, really squeezing onto your block if you have it. And hold here for 4. Keep squeezing. 2, squeeze as tight as you can. 2, 1, stay there. Inhale, center. As you exhale, slowly allow yourself to come down vertebrae for vertebrae and release when you're ready. We're going to do one more. One big breath here. In and out through the nose. Inhale, center. Exhale, push into your feet. Lift into your bridge pose. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your thighs. Really holding tightly for 4, 3. Keep holding. You can do it. 2, 1. Hold one more. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly lower down. All the way to the mat. If you had a block, remove it. Bring your right knee into your chest, your left knee in, interlace your fingers. You can always put your hands behind your thighs if that's too difficult to bring them in closely. Rock yourself back and forth. Bending the knees, bring the right foot down, the left foot down. Feet are hip distance apart. Roll those shoulders underneath the body. Maybe move your hips over to your left side. We're going into our twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. Allow both knees to come down to the right side. Arms can be by your side. You can form cactus arms or have them overhead. Whichever is comfortable for you. We will be here for 3 minutes. Starting now. And Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life. Who do you say that I am? If you want more action in your twist, you can always place your right ankle above your left knee. But we're here for 3 minutes, and that can sometimes be quite a lot of tension. So you decide what's right for you. letting everything go, slowing it down, feeling release. You are the resurrection and the life. Can you find stillness here? Can you let go? Can you rejoice in this moment? Preparing to come out of the pose, inhale, center. Exhale, push into your right foot to bring both knees back to center. Activate your right thigh. Both knees back to center. Maybe push into your heels a little bit and work your way over to the other side. Stretch out your right leg and your left leg. Right arm overhead, left arm overhead. Stretch in opposite directions. And bring your arms back to your sides. Bend both knees, feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Going to the other side, inhale, center. Exhale, allow both knees to drop down towards the mat. If this side feels different, it should. If you have your knee that should be closest to the floor is not on the floor, please put something underneath it. And Jesus said, I am the true vine. I am the vine, you are the branches. Allow yourself in this moment of stillness to let go, to rejoice. Allow this moment to shower you with light and with love and with grace. Preparing to come out of the pose. Flex your left foot. Inhale, center, press into your left foot and activate your left thigh as you exhale and roll both knees up to center. Maybe find center on your mat again. Stretch out your right leg and your left leg. Both arms overhead. Circle your wrists and your ankles one way and then the other way. Bring your arms down by your side, palms facing up as you enter Shavasana. We'll have 2 minutes to be in Shavasana. I will say one round of Om to begin Shavasana. And we'll end with one round of Om before you take a seat. And while in Shavasana, contemplate the question and the answers. Who do you say that I am? Oh. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch in opposite directions. Make wrist once more, circles once more with your wrist and your ankles. One way and then the other way. Leave everything that you do not need on your mat. Roll over to one side and slowly work your way up to seated. Find a comfortable seat and bring palms together at heart center. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I hope you have a beautiful day. and that you find and receive everything that you want and need. Namaste.